Rain tapped against the diner windows like impatient fingers the moment the old man emptied a trembling handful of coins onto the counter. Every head turned. The elderly black veteran stood in a faded army coat, shoulders bent with age but not with shame, while the manager looked at those coins as if they were something dirty. Then came the laugh, sharp and cruel, and in that small, crowded room, humiliation landed heavier than thunder. Before this story goes any further, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you believe kindness and second chances still matter in this world. The veteran had counted every coin twice, hoping it would be enough for one warm meal after a long day of being ignored by nearly everyone he passed. His hands shook, not from fear, but from hunger and years of carrying memories no one could see. The manager mocked him loudly, and the room stayed silent, the kind of silence that hurts more than words. But one waitress had been watching. She saw not a poor old man, but a weary soldier who had once given his strength to a country that now barely noticed him. She stepped forward, gently covered the coins with her hand, and paid for his meal herself. Then she did more. She pinned a small note to the diner board telling his story, and by nightfall strangers had filled the place with donations, respect, and tears. Please comment "Kindness still lives" before the ending. And if this story touched your heart, engage with this video and share it so more people remember that sometimes one small act of dignity can restore an entire life. By the time the waitress returned with a steaming plate of food, the old veteran was no longer looking at the counter. He was staring down at his weathered hands, as if he had spent a lifetime learning how to hide pain inside them. The coins still sat there between his fingers, dull and cold under the diner lights, but her hand had covered them with such quiet respect that something inside him seemed to break and heal at the same time. He looked up slowly, confused at first, almost as if kindness had become so rare in his life that he no longer recognized it when it arrived. The waitress gave him a warm smile, the kind that asked for nothing and offered everything, and guided him gently to a booth near the window where the rain streaked the glass like tears. The rest of the diner had gone still. Forks paused in midair. Coffee cups hovered just above tables. People who had ignored him only moments before now watched with uneasy faces, as though they had all just realized they had witnessed something shameful and could not take it back. The veteran sat down carefully, every movement carrying the weight of his years. His name, the waitress later learned, was Elijah Carter. He was 81 years old, a former soldier who had served his country in a war that had taken more from him than anyone in that diner could imagine. The coat on his shoulders had once been neat and proud, but now it hung loose over a body thinned by time and hardship. His shoes were worn at the edges, and the cane beside him had been repaired more than once with tape and patience. He had not come into the diner to ask for pity. He had only wanted something warm to eat on a cold evening, something to quiet the ache in his stomach before walking back to the small room he rented above a laundromat 2 streets away. Yet the way the manager had laughed at him had reopened wounds much older than hunger. It had reminded him of other rooms, other stares, other moments in life when his uniform had mattered less to people than the color of his skin.